In this podcast episode, Arianna Huffington, renowned global entrepreneur and founder of the Huffington Post and Thrive Global, discusses a transformative approach to health that centers on behavior change rather than medication. The conversation delves deeply into the science behind health outcomes, the limitations of the current healthcare system, and the revolutionary potential of AI-driven personalized coaching to democratize wellness and empower individuals to take control of their health. Huffington begins by emphasizing that only about 7% of our health outcomes are determined by genetics, while daily behaviors have a far greater impact, 10 times more than genes and even more than medical care when individuals are healthy. This stark reality highlights the critical role of lifestyle choices such as diet, sleep, movement, stress management, and social connection in preventing and reversing chronic diseases. She points out that many of the illnesses plaguing society today, including diabetes, hypertension, and obesity, are either caused or worsened by these behaviors, yet the healthcare system remains largely focused on treating symptoms with drugs and procedures rather than addressing root causes. Huffington shares her personal journey, recounting how a health collapse in 2007 led her to shift her focus from running a media company to launching Thrive Global, a behavior change technology company. Her mission is to move beyond raising awareness to actually helping people change their habits sustainably. She stresses that behavior change is not a vague wellness concept, but a science-backed approach, supported by collaborations with leading researchers in the field. The core of Thrive Global's methodology is breaking down health goals into micro steps, small, manageable actions that are too small to fail. This approach contrasts sharply with the typical New Year's resolutions that are often too ambitious and lead to early failure and discouragement. Huffington explains that these tiny, incremental changes build success muscles and create sustainable habits over time. For example, a simple micro step might be turning off one's phone an hour before bed to improve sleep quality or swapping out highly processed snacks for healthier alternatives. A key element of this process is the absence of judgment. People often feel judged by themselves and others, which can hinder progress. Thrive Global's AI health coach embodies this non-judgmental support, acting like a GPS that recalculates routes without criticism when someone strays from their goals. This compassionate, personalized guidance helps individuals stay motivated and engaged. Huffington highlights the importance of community in fostering behavior change. Drawing on research from Harvard's Chris Dack and the Framingham Heart Study, she notes that social networks have a powerful influence on health behaviors, sometimes even more than genetics. Diseases like obesity and diabetes, often labeled non-communicable, are in fact contagious within social groups. Thrive Global leverages this by creating supportive communities through employers where people share stories, participate in challenges, and hold each other accountable. These human connections amplify motivation and make healthy habits more attainable. She shares moving examples from Thrive's work with Walmart, where employees not only improved their medical conditions, but also experienced enhanced relationships and quality of life. These stories underscore that the goal is not just medical improvement, but living more fully and joyfully. One of the most exciting developments discussed is the integration of AI into behavior change coaching. While traditional coaching is effective, it is often prohibitively expensive and inaccessible to many. AI offers a scalable solution that can deliver personalized, data-driven nudges tailored to an individual's preferences, biometric data, and lifestyle. Huffington describes how Thrive AI Health collects information such as lab results, wearable data, and even calendar schedules to provide timely, relevant interventions. The AI coach's ability to remember and learn from each user over time allows for increasingly nuanced support, making behavior change feel more natural and less burdensome. Huffington also touches on the potential of AI as a non-judgmental therapist for emotional support, while emphasizing that AI cannot replace genuine human connection. Huffington stresses that health behaviors are interconnected. For instance, poor sleep can increase cravings for unhealthy foods, and stress can lead to overeating or social withdrawal. Therefore, addressing these habits in isolation is less effective than an integrated approach that considers food, movement, sleep, stress, and social connection together. She shares her own experience of gradually eliminating sugar and adopting daily strength training through habit stacking, such as only watching TV while exercising, which made the process enjoyable and sustainable. The conversation also touches on the importance of making healthy choices accessible and affordable. Thrive Global's free cookbook, featuring simple, affordable recipes from renowned chefs, challenges the misconception that healthy eating is expensive or complicated. This democratization of health knowledge and resources is vital to reaching broader populations beyond the privileged few. Huffington critiques the current healthcare system as one focused on sick care rather than true healthcare. She points out the staggering costs associated with chronic diseases, such as the 150,000 annual amputations due to diabetes in the U.S., which are largely preventable through behavior change. The economic burden of chronic illness is immense, with lost productivity due to presenteeism alone costing trillions globally. She envisions a future where employers, healthcare providers, and individuals collaborate to prioritize prevention and wellness. Self-insured employers, in particular, are becoming more proactive in investing in employee health because they recognize the direct impact on productivity and costs. Huffington's work with contact centers, where stress levels are high, demonstrates how brief, science-based interventions can improve well-being and job performance. Towards the end of the conversation, Huffington reflects on the broader cultural and philosophical shifts needed alongside technological advances. She distinguishes intelligence from wisdom, urging society to embrace qualities like compassion, resilience, and love, traits that AI cannot replicate. She hopes for a world where companies profit by appealing to the best in people rather than exploiting their weaknesses, fostering a culture of kindness and connection. Huffington's optimism is grounded in the convergence of forces: rising healthcare costs demanding change, increased consumer engagement in health, and the unprecedented capabilities of AI to personalize and scale behavior change support. She envisions a future where health is understood holistically, integrating physical, mental, and even spiritual well-being, and where technology serves to enhance human wisdom rather than replace it.